Hey, it's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. How you doing? It's I hope you're having a great day. Vinay, Color Guppies first here. And as you join in, say hi. We love saying hi to you, and well, of course, you. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I was really not feeling like it, and I'll tell you why. My cousin Eric succumbed to the COVID, and so he was just 6 months older than me, but he had health issues and decided that the best health choice for him was not to be vaccinated. I am not your doctor. Don't pretend to be your doctor. It's If your doctor says to get vaccinated. If he says you don't need to, don't need to. So let's see here. We got Baltic Sea Guppies, Melvin Reef, John Oliver, Scott's Aquatics. Yeah. So last week I was not really feeling up to it because of the passing of Eric. Eric's just 6 months older than me. Truly, really a good guy. So if you've not been vaccinated, I highly implore you to speak with your personal physician. And whatever your personal physician tells you to do, follow the advice. So it's again, it's and I'll give you a deal here is that I had an appointment with my doctor not this past week, but the week before, annual 6 month check the oil type of thing. And I said, hey, it's time for a booster. Do I need it? And he said, no, I don't need the booster. He said if you were diabetic or if you had high blood pressure or if you had, certain types of issues that you don't have, I'd say yes. Cancer survivor, etc. He goes, but you don't need it. Okay. I'm good. And if you would have told me to get it, I would have gotten it. It just an important thing. So especially for us guys, men hate going to the doctor. It's normally we have to be forced by a girlfriend or wife, what have you, to go to the doctor. We all hate it. And I think it comes to the mindset that men just want to, we think we're indestructible, etc., but we're not. And, we all go out the same way with a toe tag on. So, see your doctor about this. If you haven't had a complete physical, go have a complete physical. It's all good. There's somebody in my life who has not had a physical in 20 years, and my sister and I have been harassing him, and he's going in right after the beginning of the year. It's just to make sure they'll go from there. And before I get off health talk, I'll give you a personal thing. My probably about 3-4 years ago, I went in. The doctor said your cholesterol is on the edge of it's a little high. You decide whether you want to change your diet or you want to change your you want to take pills. I would rather change my diet. So my cholesterol is I think was 213. Last year it was 175. My triglycerides were near where, about 150. They like it below 150. Last year was in 99. The year before that was 50 when I was really eating well. I'm back to eating where I'm supposed to be. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Melvin, about your gal's family members. Yeah. It's a deal. So you want to go and get uh you want to get treatment for this. just is the deal. So it's if your doctor tells you to do it, do it. And if your cholesterol's high, deal with it. And there's a couple of ways: medication or change your diet. I changed my diet just because I felt I felt, do I really need to take a pill? You're welcome, Melvin. It's and I will tell you, the changing of the diet thing, not that tough. Chewy, you betcha. So I went. Here's what I ate today. I'll tell you what I've eaten so far today. I had 2 eggs, vegan sausage, a piece of toast with margarine on it. Then I had cachava for lunch. If you don't know what cachava, and also a slice of bread with some peanut butter on it. Cachava is one of these things that you see advertised. It's like a superfoods shake. I add fruit to mine, a little bit of honey, like probably about a tablespoon of honey, if that. It actually may have been a teaspoon today. And you blend her up and you drink it. So I am, as of right now, hey, William Pridemore is here. How are you? As of right now, into the day, I'm at about 600 calories in. I'll eat a bigger dinner. Yeah, Doug Gray should show up. If he isn't here shortly, Chewy, I'll send him a text. I'll text him, say, where are you? Chewy's here, and he wants to speak with you. Third year of your grandmother passing. Sorry, Melvin. Yeah, again, folks, just take care of your health. It's take care of your fish. I swear to you. And I'm as guilty about this as you guys are. Anybody is? I think there are people more interested in making sure their dogs and cats and fish are eating well than they are. So, hey, there you go. John Oliver drinks cachava. It's really good. It's really healthy for you. It's you just pop some cachava, and I don't drink it daily. I drink it probably about 3-4 times a week. It's great. And again, it's just about, this is all about taking care of ourselves. I get the chocolate. That's the one I've gotten. I've not tried the vanilla. Like my cachava, I'll probably have it tomorrow. And I probably won't drink cachava because on Monday, maybe not. Tuesday, I won't because the company's having their Thanksgiving thing. And on Wednesday, I'm driving to Chicago. So I will not be here the weekend of Thanksgiving. I'm going to be somewhere driving back from beautiful Chicago, going up to my sister's abode to enjoy Thanksgiving. And because of moving and personal life issues and stuff like that, I have not been to a Thanksgiving at somebody's home in 5 years. So pretty excited. I've been to Christmas, not to Thanksgiving. So I'm kind of excited about it. I've not seen my sister's kids in I have not seen my sister's kids in I think since my mom's funeral, which was 2016. Well, I hope Ali Sean and Petroman show up. It's all good. It's tough when you're not here consistently, and I apologize. Yeah, it's I have to have breakfast. I do not function without breakfast. I have to. So my normal work day, if you want to hear about my diet type stuff, what I eat, and I've been really on my diet. I've dropped since June. I've dropped about 14 pounds, and cachava is a big thing to do with it. So for breakfast, I always have a couple of eggs. If I'm out of eggs, I'll have oatmeal. I don't make oatmeal with milk. I make it with water. I don't add butter. William Pridemore. Yeah, you know what? Earlier this week, Maggie had her first show. Maggie's my new puppy, and she's in the other room in her kennel. Maggie is a Brittany. She'll be 5 months old this week. She's going to spend a few days being boarded, which I think is actually going to be good for her because it'll allow her to mature a little bit. So I'm kind of excited about that. So yeah, Maggie is. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I would have loved to have gone to the fish swap. I would have loved it. I got contacted to go to the Northwest Aquarium Society swap, which I've done the last several. I did not do this one. And because there was just stuff going on, and mainly having to do with the puppy. It's we're not at a place yet with her. By the time the next swap, I have a feeling in the next 2-3 months she's going to do quite well. We'll go from there. She's really behaving well. She passed puppy kindergarten, by the way. There was an exam, and she passed it. So I sent the $15 off to the American Kennel Club, and apparently I get some sort of a certificate, which I think is awfully cool. Awfully cool. So what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? You staying around where you are? You traveling? What are you doing? Okay, I'm going to text Doug Gray because normally he's here by now. And okay, Chewy is asking about you. We are live. Okay, there we go. So he should be here relatively quick. Rico Stan, what's up? What is up? I think I barely escaped you this last week in Fish Fam Fantasy Football. Barely escaped you. Yeah, so let's see. What other it's I've got to get some stuff done around here with the fish. I've got to get rolling. Hey, Kenny, what's up? Daniken in the house. Bob Kaler in the house. And for those of you who are just joining us, sorry for boring the people who are here. The reason I wasn't here last week is that I just didn't feel like it. A cousin of mine who was 6 months older than me died of the Rona. Really a good guy. And he was not vaccinated. I'm not your doctor. I'm not going to tell you to get vaccinated. Go see your doctor. If your doctor says get vaccinated, get vaccinated. I know people who have issues with vaccines physically and they cannot take them. A whole different ball of wax. Or somebody who's had the Rona, kind of a different ball of wax. But I'm not your doctor. I am not your doctor. So there you go. That's my health advice of the day. But take care of yourself like you take care of your fish. Oh, you beat me by 4 points? Holy capoli. See, this last weekend I was way out of let's see here. You very well could have, and I missed out on that. Congratulations then. It's hold on. Let me log in to Fish Fam Family Football. Yep, you did. You did. Congratulations. I need to beat Kenny this week, otherwise I'm in trouble. I have Kenny this week, and it's not looking good for me. So I think Kenny's going to whack me pretty good. So there you go. Our first communication with our reptilian overlords, Peter Thiel. There you go. Bob Gaylor. Yeah, I think I'd look much better with algae on my face, too. I think I'd look better as well. Vinay in the house. Vinay was first one here. Color Guppies. I thought didn't you beat me before, Kenny? I thought you beat me before, but who am I? I'm obviously confused. And so let's see here. Let's see here. Going back here. Oh, I did beat you. Yeah, I was lucky. I was lucky. I need to beat you again in a pretty serious way. I've been slumping. Can't drop 2 in a row. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the puppy, I've been so busy with it. Hey, Vinay, your wife has surgery this week. Keep her. We'll all keep her in our thoughts and prayers. Doug, in recent years, I swapped the suede for Fred Flintstone shoes. So you're either barefoot, Bob Kaler, or you're wearing those wacky plastic shoes that all the nurses wear. All good. Yeah, I'm having a Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, you're wearing the wacky plastic shoes. There you go. As it should be. On my dad's side of the family, this is the second cousin we've buried in the last couple of weeks or a couple of years. The only one from Rona. I think everybody's vaxxed except for him. It's they haven't announced his funeral yet because his wife has the Rona. Now his widow has the Rona. Apparently, she's getting better. She's a very nice lady, so hopefully she makes a full comeback. Ah, Yeah, it's so I went down. Maggie had her first dog show on Thursday, a couple hours away from here, not too well, a little ways away from our boy John Oliver. I was in Fort Smith, Arkansas. I was in Arkansas, and she did okay. Her handler could have done a lot better, but it was fun experience. Got to meet a lot of nice people, hang out, so that was nice. And I swear to you, she has grown up. Every time I've done something like that with her, she's grown up dramatically. Posiwi, select bet. Great having you all here as always, my friends. So it's yesterday I had the day off because the company I work for, which is a good company, I'm happy with the company. It's a use it or lose it sort of thing. So because of holidays and junk like that, I took off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I took off next Wednesday, and then I'm done till the end of the year. So kind of pumped up about the nice vacation. Now I have a question about, and this is probably going to go to which part of the country you live in. With your turkey, do you do bread stuffing or corn bread stuffing? It's where do you come into that camp? I bet you Kaler probably does cornbread stuffing, being from Tennessee and all. Uh, I'm a Yankee, so we do yeah, for you Canucks, we're talking America here. In America. I'm a bread stuffing sort of guy. So my mom did it. Regular stuffing being cornbread, posili, or bread stuffing. I've had cornbread. I'm like, that's a good question. I've refused bread. Okay, good. Select bet. My mother would call it dressing. Different members of the family would call it stuffing. I'm ambidextrous on that term. Dressing is but stuffing is fine with me as well. I actually love stuffing and dressing. Bread. Um, I'm gonna be home for Christmas here. I mean, in the house, so I may make a nice turkey then and do that. I may make myself a turkey and throw dressing in it, and I usually add white onion, uh, the giblets, and I usually like a good pie apple. A pie apple being a hard, tart apple, Macintosh or Haroldson or one of those. In the bird, I cook the stuffing or dressing in the bird. Yeah, so I'll be home for Christmas, so I may make a turkey. And again, I because I was talking a little earlier, I've cut down on my meat consumption. I eat meat. I usually have it 2 or 3 times a week. Uh, but I go through periods where I don't eat meat really at all. And so I think that's good. Ooh, Cornish game hens for Thanksgiving. Yeah, Cornies are, I love Cornish game hens. Those are delicious. Sorry, Keeler. Keeler, did you weigh in? Are you cornbread or actual real bread, American bread type of person with your stuffing and dressing? Yeah, the Cornish game hens are really good. I'm all in on that. David Samsel, how you doing, buddy? Great having you here. Cornbread, Granny's recipe. Yeah, you're from Tennessee, and I said Tennessee properly. They ordered us all hams for Thanksgiving at work. Expect delivery date of January 8th. I'll tell you what, had to go Maggie for her she's had kind of a little sour tummy, and the breeder says, "Well, get pumpkin, like what you'd put in the pumpkin pie." Good luck finding any fruit. Do you call pumpkin a fruit? Filling. I drove around yesterday. I hit like 4 Walmarts. No such luck. Don't ask me why. Just trying to find one can so I can share it with her. Now it means I'm gonna, because she's not eating all of her food, but her teeth are falling out. Here, I'll show you. Here's a tooth of Maggie that came out yesterday, and how I got it. It's Maggie sends regards back to Yahtzee. Here's how I got it. I was looking at one of her toys, one of her chewing toys. And I'm going, oh, there's blood there. Oh my God, there's a tooth. So she's at that age. Hey, thank you very much, David. So now you have Billy Joel stuck in your head. Don't ask me why. Yeah. Doggy Tooth Fairy on the way. Ali Sean won't be here. He's out hunting for wild turkeys. Yeah, Maggie's growing up. Doing a great job. She really is. She killed it in puppy kindergarten. Now it's just all those next things. I really have to start training her full time on dog showing. She will begin to show because she cannot do it if she's in heat. She'll go into heat right around Christmas. And trust me, I've charted out the non-neutered dogs in my area. There's a golden retriever down the road. Across the street, a few doors down, a couple of they have a pointer, some mutt, and a dachshund. I don't worry about the dachshund all that much. The one mutt is pretty big, so I feel pretty good about that since she's not very big. The pointer, yeah, I'm looking out that one. There you go, David. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think a lot of people mix their own food. I have a variety of flake foods I mix together. Of course, I get the Doug Gray food. It's all good. We're 20 minutes in here, and Chewy has yet to try to throw us off. So, yeah, it's the fish. Yeah, the fish are doing good. Except I just noticed something. I actually have to order a heater for my 65 because all of a sudden I realized, so I was doing water changes. Huh, this aquarium isn't as warm. So I checked the thing and it was at room temperature. It's guppies and shrimp and super red plecos. So they do just fine with that temp. So there you go. I like me going out and by the way, we've had a real issue in my neighborhood with possums. I have possums digging in my yard. I've seen them sort of all over the place. Maggie barks at them. Yeah, this was not an Aqueon. This was like a generic one that I bought. So Chewy's too busy nowadays for a lot of things. Yeah. Possum pie. Tell you what, there's a lot of dead possums on the road around here. So down the street, probably about 3, 4 doors down, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, walking Maggie in the morning, probably around 4:30, and all of a sudden, sitting in front of the garage of one of the neighbors, uh, possum, about the size of, yeah, about the size of a good-sized terrier. Yuck, Posiwi. The European plug. Yeah, you got to be careful. It's sounds like a Subaru heater. I want to tell you guys something here. My neighborhood is being overrun by Subarus. Overrun. It's there's like 4 Subarus uh around on my road and around the back there. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. You have a deceased deer somewhere near the house. Looks like it was hit by a car. I'm sure it was. For deer, this is the time of year deer get hit on the street more than anything else. And it's because they're in the middle of mating season, what they call the rut. So there you go. The larger possums are the lady possums, long, extra long backs for the babies to ride. You see, there you go. Yeah, the one possum was pretty good size. No babies on her though. I've occasionally seen them where the babies are hanging on. She may have in their little pouch there, little marsupial pouch. More skunks around here than possums. I live in a state where the medical marijuana is now legal. And I was out one evening walking Maggie, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out if I was smelling skunk or smelling weed. I couldn't tell you. Lumpy dog, how are you? What's going on, my man? Yeah, so it's so legal weed in Missouri for the medical reasons, of course. Now, to be total confessionary, is because I've had brain surgery and I have skunky weed, I think, or a skunk. So I got my medical weed license, but I can't smoke. So I had edibles. All it did is get me high. There was no help to my headache. So there you go. Our only North American marsupial. Babies live in the pouch for the first few weeks. There you go. I'm all in on that. All in on that. I like your marsupials about as much as anybody else. In fact, I just finished. Well, no, I have a little bit more. Diet Dr. Pepper. You know what I've been drinking lately? Because it's been pretty good price. I've been getting a 6-pack of the plastic single serving Diet Orange Crush, and it's pretty good. They've been selling them at Walmart for like in my area for like $2.98 for 6-pack, so 50 cents each. I'll do that. You get help with it, Rico Stan? Yeah, at least for me, for my headaches. Um, it just doesn't do it. I wish it did. Collins, Critter Cave, how you doing? By the way, the two pillows are up here to keep them away from Maggie. Who seems to be sleeping away, which is good. I haven't had Tang in a long time either. I like the Tang. Since becoming diabetic, I have to stick with sugar-free sodas. Root beer is a fave. Yeah, I got a coworker who's diabetic who loves the diet root beer. I usually keep some diet beverage type non-caffeinated stuff for at night, and I occasionally will pick that up. I think it's good. You're hoping someone sends you medical weed for Christmas? Yep, there you go. Missouri's going to vote on making it legal by the weed next year in the election. So I don't have a problem with it. It was suggested to give it a try for my chronic headaches. I wish it helped. Didn't. And I played around. I got the edibles and the gummies, and you slice them up, there you go. It'll be labeled as duckweed, Doug Gray. Duckweed. So there you go. Eat enough of it, Peter, and you won't remember what a headache is. Yeah, you see, there you go. It's I have to function, as crazy as that may seem. Kentucky won't legalize it. Local level politicians would lose too much money. Peter the Pothead. Yeah, probably not. I did it. I tried it out for to see if it would help my headaches. It didn't. I have I have a license. Plastic bags are illegal in Philadelphia. Yes, it should be. By the way, the Baggies for Maggie campaign are going on because my neighbors expect me to pick up Maggie's poop. So there you go. By the way, a little temperate today in beautiful Joplin, Mo, 60 degrees, sunny skies. It's a beautiful day. Has kind of a haze to it. It's not like a straight sunny blue sky day. I was trying to figure out if there were fires out west or somewhere. I really can't smell them. Is there a cure for overrun duckweed in fish tanks? No. Just continue to get rid of it. Trust me. I have several aquariums and I'm always at war at. Um, no new fish at the moment. Yeah, I just have junk to do, Lumpy. I've got to still set up my fish room. Give me a few months. Let's get this dog trained in. I would have had it set up by now, but they called me saying a puppy's ready now. And quite frankly, um, I've seen half siblings to the puppies from the dog that just had puppies that have been be ready at Christmas time. I am happy with I am happy with uh, the puppy I got. I'm happier with the litter, happier with how they look. At the national specialty, Maggie went to the national specialty and she didn't place in the fun category for little puppies. But met four of her siblings were there, or three of her siblings, so four puppies, and Maggie was the second tallest. One of her brothers is taller than her, which is great. And the two other brothers a little bit smaller. And so there you go. Increased flow and light mist. H2O on the duckweed. Yeah, I played with that too. It's duckweed is like the worst thing that could ever happen to a human being. So there you go. It's there are some fish keepers who love the duckweed. In fact, I've gotten notes from people saying, "Hey, I need duckweed. Can you go through?" Yeah, it was a nice family reunion for Maggie. She got to spend time with her daddy. Her mommy wasn't there. Her mommy was back at the breeder's house. It's yeah, Maggie's real. It's yep. Got to see her brothers. It was real cute. Increase the gamma rays on the duckweed. See what happens. Yeah, it's all of a sudden there'll be an episode of Ancient Aliens on nuked up duckweed. Doug in the Incredible Guppy Hulk, or is the Incredible Guppy Hulk? Don't put the candle back. I prefer alien lasers for duckweed. Yeah, you see, there you go. Young Frankenstein. Frankenstein! No, it's Frankenstein! I've been watching again, by the way, The Mandalorian. What a great show that is. Very good Mel Brooks movie. First thing to sell at our fall swap was a bag of duckweed for 25 bucks as intended as a joke, but someone thought it was something rare because it was expensive and the old guys were whispering about it. God help us. Chattanooga Ed in the house. By the way, for those who have just popped in, dressing or stuffing, cornbread or real bread? We want your thoughts. It, good for you, David. 75% water changes strong. Strong indeed. And by the way, pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, or an apple or rhubarb pie on Thanksgiving. Do you have guppy grass, lumpy dog, in your 20 long? I'll eat either as long as there's no oysters in it. No, I didn't answer stuffing. Real bread outside the bird. I know I'm all over the place. Broke down the tank, started all over again. Apple pie, by the way. I'm ambivalent on pumpkin pie. If it's there, I'll have some. Um, it's not my favorite, but it's not one that I dislike. I have one of my uh, aunts from my dad's side of the family. She's known as the dessert aunt. And she would occasionally bring a mincemeat pie. Have you ever had mincemeat pie? Do you know what mincemeat pie is? It's kind of an acquired taste. It's raisin pie. I don't know how that goes in. I like rhubarb pie a whole lot. I like rhubarb pie is strong. Apple pie is good. A good apple pie is all good. Yeah, sweet potato pie is fine. It's not, you know, going from there. Mincemeat is kind of an English thing. Yeah. It's what is shoe fly pie? Yeah, warm apple pie right out of the oven. My mom made unbelievable rhubarb pie. Yeah, rhubarb is unbelievably good. It's a little tart, so you have to throw enough sugar in it. Not necessarily the diabetic's favorite pie. Raisins with molasses. Yeah, let me just tell you. Mincemeat pie, and I can remember as a kid, strawberry rhubarb popular in Michigan. It's my mom just made the straight on rhubarb. I've had the strawberry rhubarb. I like that. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy your fruit pies more than anything else. But I remember as a kid, my mom, I would go mincemeat, and my mom would cut a small slice and say, "Try it out. You never know till you try." Yeah, it's in front of me. I'll eat it. Uh, Rhubarb being a Yankee thing. Yeah, we grew up rhubarb. My parents had it all set up. Washington State, they had it in. When my mom died, and was somewhat unexpected, but this is long enough time ago. You don't have to give me sympathies. Uh, so my siblings and I kept doing swapping time with our dad. Our dad had early in dementia at that point. And I went into the fridge or in the freezer. They had a freezer. It wasn't a chest freezer, a stand-up freezer in their garage. Crystal, how are you? I went in and had uh, all of a sudden my mom had a bunch of frozen rhubarb jam, and I just sat there and I said, "Okay, Dad, we're going to the grocery store." He goes, "What for?" I said, "We need sourdough bread." And I made sourdough and rhubarb jam. I was doing that a couple of times because I couldn't take it home with me, and it was as amazing as I'll ever remember. I don't think my sister makes it, so when you were young and single, you shop at the Hostess outlet. We could buy expired fruit pies for $1. And the other great deals, cheap calories for the win. Hey, yes, what's up? You know what they should have called that lumpy dog? The Hostess outlet? They should have just called it the diabetes store. You'd rather have a good Danish? So, my lone relative with diabetes, blood relative, is the husband of the dessert aunt. So there you go. I like a good Danish, but you can never find a good Dane, huh? Used to pies. Used to get those pies for their cows. I took one of those ancestry tests and I came back a little bit Danish. So there you go. It's a great mom and pop shop bakery years ago locally that had cheese danishes. I love cheese danishes. Those are great. Yeah. Yeah. When I was young, I was sort of that way too, lumpy. I didn't run marathons. But to keep at that 130-pound type stuff, I ate at least 7 complete meals a day. I would go to Wendy's twice a day to get triple cheeseburgers to keep the weight on. You could go for a donut now. Yeah. Donut shops closing soon. Unless you have a Krispy Kreme. I was at Krispy Kreme the other day on my drive down to Arkansas. Maggie had to go for a walk and I had to make a pit stop. I went in and used the facilities at the Krispy Kreme without getting a donut. That's willpower. Finosti Tanks, how are you? Yep, David Samsel, that's the deal. By the way, on my eating regime, since the end of June, I've dropped about 13, 14 pounds. Yeah, yep, Chattanooga Ed, you and me. And it's just been pure following the plan and just going from there. And I have found as is that for me, is that if all of a sudden I'm really, really hungry, I just can't help but going through a drive-through, which is not good. So I bring my lunch. Uh, I bring a sandwich with me. I have like nuts with me at work. So I'm not in a place where I'm starved and I have to eat. Now on Wednesday when I'm driving to Chicago, I'm gonna have to eat something on the way. So I'm gonna bring a sandwich, but you know how that goes. Mid-afternoon, I'm gonna go, I need something in my body, something to, some calories and some caffeine. So I'll do some cheating. So there you go. You stop getting seconds? Yeah, that's good. Mama made me the ironized yeast. It was rumored to cause weight gain. It didn't. That's what they did for my dad. My dad was real, real skinny, and they did that type of thing too. Bob Kaler, it didn't work. It puts on weight. Age. 2 cheeseburgers today for lunch. Feels like I didn't eat anything. Yeah, I had my cachava and with added fruit and a little bit of honey, and I had a slice of toast with some peanut butter on it. And I'm gonna make dinner here when we're done. I make my own frozen meals, uh, usually with Asian type sauce or a salsa type thing with vegan meat crumbles and with frozen veggies. Mix that all together. You're welcome. That's what we do here, Lumpy Dog. Two White Castle's burgers have very few calories. I ate White Castle, by the way, for the first time in a long time when I went to go pick up the puppy, except I had their breakfast. And I didn't have what they used to have White Castle. They no longer had it. At least last time I went, were their turkey sliders, which were epic. Epically good. I'm all in on that. All in on the turkey sliders. Edgar Reyes. Buenos dias, mi amigo. ¿Cómo están? The holes in the White Castle burgers have gotten bigger. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. I had like the little sausage and egg thing with the world's fattest potato deals when I was at White Castle. I don't know. I picked up Maggie on September 4th, so it was that morning. Crystals are the same thing. Yeah, the little chili cheese dogs at Crystal, that's pretty good. Pretty good. It's a beautiful day all the way around. You like the White Castle Italian hoagies? That just seems to me to be a bad thing. It just, that's just. Yo estoy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, muy bien, mi amigo. A little Spanish here for you, gang. If you need to pick up on a second language, we're your people. I'll go into a Mexican restaurant and speak Spanish poorly. My Spanish muy poquito, muy mal. That means terrible, ugly Spanish. The meatball hoagies are good too. When I worked in the Twin Cities, my hometown, there was an Italian restaurant under a lot of heat from the Human Rights Commission of the city of St. Paul because they offered something called a Dago sandwich. And Dago, as you may or may not know, can be a racial slur when it comes to those of Italian heritage. But it also means meatball. which is what they used to call folks of Italian heritage, and a discriminatory and type of thing. So I prefer. So the Italian restaurant went and said, "Hey, that's Italian for meatball. We're Italians. We're from Italy. It's what it's called." And the politically correct Human Rights Commission of St. Paul had all sorts of stuff. And David, I couldn't agree with you more. But it's like I'm against discrimination all the way around. You'd rather be called meatballs than spaghetti. You see, there you go. So yeah, so there was like it was like a big to do, and I think the Italian restaurant won the deal. It's like in the '90s, and hook me up with some amazing and delicious, uh, delicious sandwiches. I'm all in. You'll have all types of guppies. Love them all. You see, there you go. That's not discriminatory at all. Equal opportunity lover of the guppies. I love them all too. I trust me. It's trust me. I will say this, by the way, gang. If you didn't realize it, having puppies is, having a little puppy is a little bit of work. I'm all in on, I enjoy puppies, my little guy as much as possible. But once I get this dog past that 6 months, then past a year, all good. Oh, yeah, crab cakes. Love me some crab cakes. Puppies, because you're having to watch where they go to the bathroom. They ask to go out. You got to take them out all the time. There you go. You're babysitting 4 tanks of guppies for a friend who's traveling to Bangladesh to see his family. He's giving me some guppies. Nice. Yeah, puppies are much worse, are much, they are much more to deal with than puppies. Guppies are less work than puppies. Guppies and puppies. So there you go. I'm all in on guppies and puppies, everybody. I'm in favor of them. Guppies can't save your life? Yeah, puppies can save your lives. Exactly. By the way, it's if you've never had Sri Lankan food, pretty good stuff. They essentially make essentially it's pies filled with curry, and you can get it and with lamb. If you find a Sri Lankan place, order it super mild as humanly possible. I like cats too. Cats are less work than guppies or puppies. Puppies are right up front are a lot of work, but they bring you lots of joy. Love Indian food. Good Indian. Sri Lankan, it is really strong. It is really, really good. Same type of cooking as Indian, except for how they encase stuff in bread and junk like that. It's really good. And Chewy likes that band Pussycat from the 1960s. There you go. True. True color guppies. If anybody's been to Nashville and you go to one of those Nashville hot uh chicken places, uh they have mild or very mild. Do the very mild. And I can eat spicy food all day, every day. Band from Amsterdam. Maury Amsterdam. Was he there, kids? The Netherlands. Yeah, it's the Dutch and their amazing tulips and wooden shoes. All right, gang. Thank you guys so much. Have a great holiday weekend. I I probably won't be here next Saturday unless I get into an argument with the family and leave on Friday. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.